It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're taking a look at the two movies of April Fool's Day 2005. And let me tell you something, these two movies are not pranks by any means necessary, especially the first movie that we have here, but two really good movies to look at today. So let's go ahead and take a look at that first film, the biggest new release of the weekend. And as they always say, walk down the right back alley in Sin City and you can find anything.
Goldie's dead. I've been framed for murder. And the cops are in on it. Open up, will you? I'll be right out. Looking for Nancy Callahan?
I asked to the stage, Pilgrim. She's just warming up.
Made a terrible mistake. We need to get out of here. Break this second. This clown's out of control. We followed him here to make sure he didn't hurt any of the girls.
Us helpless little girls.
It's time to prove to your friends that you're worth a damn. Sometimes that means dying. Sometimes it means killing a whole lot of people. Walk down the right back alley in Sin City, and you can find anything.
So as you see the cast there and the directing team that includes Robert Rodriguez, Frank Miller, and Quentin Tarantino is a special guest director. I said on the last episode he wasn't involved in this, but he was involved in this. But so much of the film is pretty much an anthology, pretty much, and it basically follows the first, third, and fourth books in the series, which includes The Hard Goodbye, in which an ex-convict is on a rampage in search of one of his one-time sweetheart's killer. The ex-convict played by Mickey Rourke, and the sweetheart played by Jamie King in a twin role. The Big Fat Kill follows a private investigator played by Clive Owen, who gets caught in a street war between a group of prostitutes, including Rosario Dawson and Alexis Bledel, and a group of mercenaries, the police and the mob. One of them is played by Benicio del Toro, and That Yellow Bastard follows an aging police officer played by Bruce Willis, who protects a young woman played by Jessica Alba from a grossly disfigured serial killer played by Nick Stahl. This is about as perfect of a comic book movie as you can get. One of my all-time favorite movies. You know, Robert Rodriguez, Frank Miller, and Quentin Tarantino do a fantastic job of bringing the book to life. The cast is spectacular, just a star-studded cast overall. I didn't even mention half the names that are in this. Brittany Murphy, you see in the trailer, Elijah Wood, Powers Booth, Michael Clark Duncan, Carla Gugino, Devon Aoki, Rutger Hauer, Michael Madsen. Just a phenomenal cast in this movie. Everybody in this is giving it their all. The performances are top-notch. The action sequences are incredible. The violence is very good. You know, it really is an impressive feat of a movie on so many levels. It's a movie that does not play it safe. It goes straight for the kill, and boy, when it does, it succeeds big time. From a visual perspective, the cast overall is great. Mickey Rourke and Bruce Willis, I think, are the highlights of the movie, giving the strongest performances of the film. Everybody in here is great. It's just such a great movie. I can't recommend it enough. There's nothing really more I could say about this movie that hasn't already been said already. But yeah, not much more to say about this one. But Sin City, a friggin' masterpiece. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. And definitely check out the sequel, because I think that one's very underrated. So let's go ahead and move on to the last movie we have here. Maybe not as memorable as Sin City, but definitely a lot better than I think people give it credit for. The barbershop spinoff, Beauty Shop.
What makes a woman beautiful? Is it her eyes? Is it her skin? Her hair? Or is it her sex? It's all that. And we make it all happen here at the beauty shop. And I'm not just talking about making you look fly. In here, we share everything. Nothing's off limits. Family, gossip, money, and especially men. And trust me, we got ways of making you talk. So ask yourself, are you ready to walk through these doors? You ready to hear what I hear?
So naturally, Beauty Shop is a spin-off of the Barbershop series featuring the character played by Queen Latifah introduced in Barbershop 2. And I like how that trailer has nothing to do with the final product whatsoever. They probably filmed that on the set of Barbershop 2 when they announced that they were giving Queen Latifah the spin-off and just shot that as a special shoot trailer and then realized they had to make another movie outfit, so they had to basically redo the entire Beauty Shop as a whole. Because if you watch it in the movie, it's completely different than what it looks like in that trailer. But in this movie, you have Queen Latifah's character, Gina Norris, who's a widowed hairstylist who has moved from Chicago to Atlanta so her daughter, Vanessa, can attend a private music school. She's made a name for herself as a stylist, but after her self-centered boss, played by Kevin Bacon, criticizes her decisions, she decides to leave and set up her own shop, purchasing a rundown salon by the skin of her teeth by helping out a loan officer. Upon buying the salon, she runs into instant barriers: loudmouth young stylists, older clients who are set in their way, people wary of her ability as a hairdresser, and the constant trouble with her rebellious sister-in-law, who's played by Rudy from The Cosby Show, which I did not know when I first saw this movie. But yeah, that's Keisha Napoleon. After what, 13 years after The Cosby Show ended, she grew up and she looked pretty good. She still looks pretty good today, but in a short time, the previous owner's clients become her own, and many of her former clients find their way to from Jorge's to her salon. When electrical issues arise, she finds that the upstairs renter, played by Djimon Hounsou, is a handsome electrician from Africa who eventually bonds with Vanessa due to her skills on the piano. And yeah, it's about as formulaic as you can get, but it's a fun movie. I think there's a really strong cast in this movie, just like with what makes Barbershop so special. This is like a more dignified version of Barbershop, but a great cast overall with, like I said, Queen Latifah, Alicia Silverstone, Andy McDowell, Mina Suvari, Alfre Woodard, Sherry Shepard, Golden Brooks, Keisha Napoleon, like I said, Little JJ, Omari Hardwick, Regan Gomez Preston, Wilma Valderrama, just a ton of really good people in here. And they do deliver what they promise overall. They are very good in the film. They deliver and Queen Latifah, I think, really does carry the film overall. And it's one of those movies where she can really carry a film on her own. Like this movie and Last Holiday coming up the following year are perfect examples of that. And I like the chemistry she has with Djimon Hounsou. It does kind of fall into formulaic territory because, of course, Kevin Bacon is kind of the stock villain in this, like trying to sabotage Gina's hair salon no matter what. But yeah, you get kind of where that's going to go here and there, and that can be very hit and miss overall. But overall, I thought the movie was really good. It doesn't have quite the same feel as the Barbershop movies in general. I think the overall Barbershop series is much better in comparison. But as far as the spinoff goes, it's more a female-led spinoff nonetheless. It's pretty good. I mean, it's got a good cast to work off of. They have a lot of good moments where the jokes can work. It's a very fun movie, a very entertaining film, and one that I can't recommend enough. If you like the Barbershop movies, you're definitely going to find a lot to love about Beauty Shop. I highly recommend it. And so with that said, we wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies, and the next time we meet, we will have 2 new movies coming out, technically 3, but I already looked at Kung Fu Hustle in the 2004 Leftovers episode, but 2 movies we'll look at, including Clyde Cussler's Sahara, based off his character Dirk Pitt, played this time by Matthew McConaughey, with Steve Zahn and Penelope Cruz involved, and also Fever Pitch from the Farrelly Brothers, starring Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore. One of the 2 Jimmy Fallon-led films that came out before he eventually went back to late night, but probably easily the better of the 2. We'll talk more into that one when we get into the next episode. That'll be tomorrow. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the place on the next page, check out the previous episode, and also don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this on this channel. So, with that said, I am off. I will see you guys next time, and until then, as always, take care.